unique. Still got the pieces. It's still got the worm depository. It's still got compost over there. It's still got greenhouses that are growing plants. It's still got fish here. You know, we're adding the new pieces to that. That's what's going to make it even more unique. Because a lot of people have talked about, well, I want to build a farm on my residential establishment. But you know, you can talk about things, and one of the things that when I first started doing this work, I had somebody that was, I think, trying to say something nasty when they said, well, Will, you're just a doer. And you know, and I guess that's what we really are. We're not just talk. Anybody can talk. I can sit here and talk all day about all kinds of stuff. But we got to be doers. You know, these hoop houses don't get reconstructed or constructed. That building over there, the add-on won't get done unless we do it. That pile of compost won't get moved and used unless we go over there and do it. This worm castings won't get sifted unless I go and take this shovel right here and fill up a wheelbarrow and take it over there and do it. So we're doers. You know, just sitting around and talking about this stuff, we're going nowhere.
So we're gonna have like 5 or 6 sessions maybe. We're gonna clip 5, 6 tips. How would you say thank you to all the people that are supporting urban agriculture?
Okay. Over the years, I've, like I said, traveled the U.S., traveled around the world, promoting urban agriculture. And it's not just me that is doing this work. It's a lot of people that have chipped in to my role. I think has been over the years, I feel very strong about taking a leadership role in terms of, but you need other people, and there have been a lot of people in this community and other communities and from other countries that have chipped in with ideas, because a lot of the stuff that we're doing here is not new. People have been growing food for thousands of years and using aquaponics in Peru and places like that for, you know, with water coming out of the mountains into ponds, into another pond where fish is being grown, and then the water goes out into a valley to grow food. That stuff's been going on for thousands of years. People growing hemp, thousands of years with products. Thousands of different products have been derived, and that's a new crop that's getting everybody excited. It will keep a lot of farmers in business, I believe. So I would say the folks that really want good food will support projects like this if they can understand it. And part of our responsibility is to get them to understand it, because that's why we're asking them to participate. And they can participate in so many different ways, whether it's they give money, whether they volunteer, whether they eat the food that is grown by farmers. There's so many different ways that they can participate in this. It's not an experiment, so to speak. It's reality that we have. The most important thing in our lives is our food. If you don't eat food, you don't survive. If you don't eat good food, you're not going to be healthy. I mean, this is a way of reducing. To me, I think about this all the time. How do we end the healthcare crisis? And none of these candidates get it. I mean, it's disappointing that if you want to reduce the cost of our healthcare costs, we eat good food. It's simple. You know, we get help. We definitely need. We're the best in the world of repairing damage after we've damaged our bodies. We're the best in the world, but why do we have to be? Why do we have to you know, repair so much? when we can grow good food, we can eat good food, we can educate our kids at a very young age to eat healthy food. That's where it's at. So I don't hear any of these politicians talking about that. Listen to them. They don't talk about that. All they talk about is, oh, we want billions of dollars. We can save you billions of dollars with my program and that program, but they never talk about how to do it. How to do it is eat good food. You know, not everybody's gonna, some people are not gonna, always gonna have some, but it shouldn't be such a large percentage of our population. So this is where it's at. This is where it starts in communities like this and projects like this. The educational piece is the most important piece.
One last thing is, I'm going to ask you, pretty much, does the ownership group need help? Kind of. But in a context of, like, we're trying to create an environment on the farm, and I guess help would be smart individuals who'd want to be a part of it, or people who would just want to support creating this environment which will positively improve health and wellness in the community.
Well, I think the ownership group of this farm needs help, simply because they can't do it alone. I think it's a responsibility of all of us if we want healthy food, just like we talk about climate change, and a lot of people are going to have to chime in on that to change what's going on around in our country. It starts in our communities, though. If we start looking at, let's look at Brazil, the rainforest. Well, we got a rainforest in every city. Those trees over there, they're filtering what we've done on this farm. By putting down wood chip and compost, we're sequestering carbon. We're capturing carbon. Before, carbon wasn't being, when we grow food on a place that used to be asphalt and we put down wood chip and compost, we're capturing carbon all of a sudden in our cities, on rooftops. The folks that are leading this charge definitely need help. And we have to be smart in terms of how we engage people and how we work with people and how we ask for help, because one of the hardest things to do is asking for help. It's one of the hardest things for me, because I've always been one to say, hey, I can do it, and if people don't just jump on the bandwagon right away, you have to keep working at it. So you have to do this in I think, a partnership kind of piece, in terms of being able to work together, because everybody has a strength. And when you think you have a strength in every area, that's where we get lost. Because you have to identify what people's strengths are. And if I have a strength and I know how to grow food, I know how to train people, then that's what I concentrate on. Or if I know how to talk to the public and move people from one side of the room to the other, then that's what I need to do. So I've had to identify what are my strengths. I know how to do project planning, but I don't know how to do business plans. So why should I try to learn how to do a business plan when I have no interest in it? Usually when people are good at something, they have an interest in it. So we need to find out what are people's interests. Give me 20 people, and the first thing I'm going to do is ask people, what do you like to do? Do you like to go over there and sip soil? Do you want to transplant some plants? Do you want to, sit around and take notes? Whatever you want to do. What is your strength? You want to write about it. You want to quantify some of this stuff. How many pounds of compost does it take to grow a tomato 6 feet tall? We need everybody in every aspect of our society. Those skills we have to be able to put together.
Maybe one last thing is, if you'd like to support or make it happen, or however you'd like to say that, check out the website in our bio.
Yes. If you want it, I think this is my personal ask. And the other partners can make an ask as well. But my personal ask, if you all out there are interested in this project and interested in what I've said, get involved. And I've illustrated how you can get involved. You can get involved by donating funds. But before you donate funds, you want to know what this is all about. And that's what we're going to illustrate, what this is all about. And hopefully you'll get what this is all about. And then you give funds. If you want to help us with building the infrastructure with your skills, if you're retired and you're looking for something to do, well, we welcome everybody. Anybody who wants to come on board. We want people with, if you're a youth and you want